everybody. I'm just waiting for people to join. I'll give them until the minute past. So we'll give them another minute.
One teacher to try and went. And I'm telling the teacher, she's saying no, they...
I'll give it another minute and then we'll start, okay? Thank you. Okay, dokes, I think I've given enough time. The time was set for 10. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. This morning's session is going to be a very quick one. You guys know TQI by now. You know the web vouchers by now. My job is this morning just to quickly show you that car hire is now added. So I will be doing exactly that for you. If you're all ready, then I think I'm going to start. All right. Okay, this is a Galileo PNR that I made. On here, you'll notice I've got some surface sectors, I've got some car hire, I have everything. And as you know by now, to launch your TQI integration, you're going to do #QT. The minute you run the QT application, you will now notice exactly like you had previously that you still have your hotels, your surface sectors, tour packages, and car hire. But the only difference now is, as I said, we will be able to issue those car hire vouchers, which is going to hopefully make it a bit easier on all of you. As with everything, when we are working with your TQI integration, guys, please remember you need to start on the left-hand side, which is your DI form. And you need to please go and enter all the information that is required from you. Bearing in mind, if it's blue, sorry for you, you will have to go and enter information in there, right? So once you've captured all the booking details, as well as your service fees, benchmark fares, and whatever other information you want to do, you're simply going to click on Save. Please, guys, make sure that you get that PNR updated message here that says your DI entries was written into the SmartPoint booking, because if you don't do that, you will have a problem, of course. All right, so once you've got that done, back into the booking, you now have the option of doing an automatic ticket, or car hire voucher, I should say, rather. Sorry about that. So doing an automatic voucher versus a manual voucher. So I'm going to show you both. All right. So let's look at segment 6. Segment 6 is car hire for the 1st to the 4th of Feb. And it is for Mr. Chris Curtis. To do a manual issue, quite simply highlight the segment that you want and click on the manual button. And this is what your screen looks like. All right. All the information it could capture from your DI form that you completed will be captured for you in here already, such as your reference numbers and all of that. Your job now is just to quickly come in here, select the voucher type. Is it a referral, billback, custom, whatever it might be. Select the range, and then, of course, select the actual agreement. Now mine does not have any referrals because I've been working too much. So I'm going to go bill back and let's see if I can include general ranges here. Select the range that you want to do. Now, if at this stage your system had only a certain number of vouchers left and you have a warning in place, the system would have opened up and said, guys, please make sure that you order some new vouchers. And you would then, of course, have to phone whoever in the chain of command who's responsible for that to actually get those voucher ranges to you. All right. In this case, my agreement does not have any limits on voucher ranges, so it's quite happy for me to continue. When we move down, we have our actual booking details, and you will see here that the system will try and pull through as much information as it can from Galileo. or Travelport, I should say, along with, again, as I said to you earlier on, your order numbers, your client's details, the renter's name. Your job, of course, now is to just add in missing information that you feel you need to add in. Guys, please keep in mind that you will need to adhere to whatever your rules are or your standard operating procedures. So if you are required to enter something I'm not discussing today, don't think it's now a freebie and you don't have to. Please still adhere to operating procedures, okay? I am going to avoid you guys because I'm hearing background noise. I'm very sorry about this. If you do want to say something, just unmute yourself and then you can say as much as you want to. All right. Again, anything that's blue is compulsory, so you will need to complete that information before you can save the voucher. And again, just type in the name that you're looking for. Alternatively, if you know that code, type in the code. All right, straightforward, nothing weird. As I said, this training is going to be super fast because it's got nothing weird or new or anything. It's just another way of you capturing the information. Now the dates, if you need to change the dates in here, you can change the dates, but please remember, it's not going to write back to Galileo. It's not going to update the Galileo booking. It is still your responsibility to update in Galileo. This is just the voucher, and it is, of course, reading from Galileo. All right. Capture some flight numbers. I don't know how much longer SAA is going to be in existence, but let's hope it's a long time. Right. Domestic or international. Guys, simply go through the list, capture the information that you need to capture the rates, capture the rate codes. If you have the rate code, I think you've got like a E7 something, something, something. All right, you know these things better. You should actually be training me right now. Okay, once you're done, as I said, on the right-hand side, you have your various references. And I know you guys have to get a certain authorization number and also put it in here. It will also allow you to add it in here if you haven't done it already on the TQI screen. Okay, we also then have insurance, payables, and billbacks, and this of course will depend on how the voucher range was added. So the persons responsible for adding the voucher ranges would have specified those insurance and payables for you, and they would actually then appear there. You can see at this stage I have 0 because this particular range did not include any of those. All right, now at this point in time, although this is more for issuing the voucher, I'll show you how when we come back, we can go and put in the accounting information. So if for some reason you didn't retrieve this invoice or this voucher into invoice and you now want to go put in the accounting info, I'll come and show you how we're going to come and do that a little bit later. So accounts, hang on, you will get a chance. Okay. We then also have your private notes, and you agree with me, these are private notes that will only be seen on the computer. It will not print on the client's actual voucher, so you can perhaps add in your markup, a service fee, whatever you want to add in. Your accounts department will also be able to read that. Client invoice notes, exactly what it means. This is the invoice note that you want to appear on your actual invoice. So if you want to say something to your client over and above, that's whatever's going to pull in, you can simply do that. And then system notes, Big Brother is watching you. That's just QuickDraft keeping tabs on the amount of times you change things, what you've done, whether you've retrieved vouchers, this, that, and the other. So it's never something you can really change in there. Okie dokes. So once you're done, very difficult, click on Save. Once you've saved, the system will now give you a voucher number and it'll update the PNR, and of course it'll allow you to download those vouchers. So it's exactly the same as the accommodation voucher. It'll download it and it'll print it for you. All right, so I'm going to leave this screen open, but I'm going to jump back into my Galileo and TQI screen, and you will notice now that I have a voucher number in segment 6. So now there's a very nice voucher number. All right, and straight from here, my screen changed a little bit because now it allows me to email, to view, to print the PDF again if I want to, and also very importantly to void the actual voucher. So I don't need to go into that web docs. I can simply straight from here in this TQI screen go and void it if I decide to do so. All right. Now I'm going to show you the next thing, how to do an automatic voucher. So still in my Galileo PNR, select the segment that I want to automatically raise a voucher for, okay? And as with everything, as you know, with car hire and accommodation, there's some stuff you need to tell the system, because otherwise how's the system going to issue it? Even more so with a car hire. So select segment 8, because we're going to do an automatic voucher for that. And if I try and do an auto issue now, my system is going to come and say, listen, you guys, at the very least, tell me what kind of voucher we're looking at. So it will warn you if it doesn't have the adequate information to issue it. And at this stage, it is saying, I don't know where you want me to get this from. There's so many voucher ranges. All you do, click on your SI form. Now the SI form, as I said, will read all the information from your DI form, so automatically it will try and populate as much as it can, such as your client codes, your divisions, your branches, and all of that. Your job then, of course, is to go one step further and just tell it what type of voucher it is, and if it should go look at specific ranges only for that data, in which case you'll have it off. I'm doing general ranges because the referral is for everybody. And then, of course, I can go and select agreements. And I see I don't have referrals. So I ran out. Sorry. Let me go back into Bullback. Choose the range that I want to use, and you'll find all the ranges that you have for Avis in here. If it's a general range, if it's only for ABC trading, then of course you'll only see ABC trading. Sorry about that. I don't know why my dog's barking. She's clearly got some things she wants to eat. Right, and then you can leave your pickup offices blank. What the system's going to do, however, it's going to refer to this 3-letter code that you have in here, and you're booking this J and B. And you better make sure that if those ranges or those supplier offices are loaded, that they are loaded correctly so that the J and B has a real name. If this is just a generic code because it's somewhere in Joburg, you please must go and specify these pickup offices to where exactly this thing is going to happen. So in my case, I'm just going to be stupid and say Carlton Center. The system will then assume that the drop-off will be Carlton Center again. If it's not, and it's like OR Tambo or wherever else, simply go through your list. You can start typing in as well if you want to. I'm just a lazy person, so I'm playing with my mousey. Select the drop-off office, and then of course if you do have flight info, it's always a good thing to add it in just in case there's any delays or anything like that, so that the car rental company knows who to wait for. You can put in those flight details. Once you're done, click on save. It's not going to look like anything happened. It's just going to tell you that the PNR is updated, but you can go ahead now and just say auto issue. And bam, there's your voucher. Straightforward, easy. It leaves you, or it keeps you in the Galileo Smart Point screen, and you can issue those vouchers quickly and effectively, exactly as you're already doing for all your other vouchers, your land arrangement vouchers, such as hotels, tours, surface transfers, those kind of things. All right. Now, as I said to you earlier on, for those of you who's in the accounts department, hopefully right now, I hope we have some people in the accounts department. Let's say for some reason you guys did a manual invoice. You never retrieved that particular car hire voucher into the invoicing module. The good news is you can, in your web docs, remember it's here, go into this register, find the voucher that you want to give or assign the invoice numbers to. So simply click on it and then go into the Bullback screen. Now when you go into the Bullback screen, you're on the right hand side, the system will then prompt you for your supplier invoice numbers, your dates, when you received it, the quick trav number, the amounts, etc. So it will actually allow you to update that pertinent information also in here if you want to. All right. So now by now, I think you all know, I'm just going to close that. You're already familiar with this nice dashboard. The only thing that we added on here was now for you to do a manual voucher. So you can go and do a manual voucher by selecting your agreements and your types, etc. And it'll open up that screen for you to do hard work. Or you can go into your registers. And in your registers, you can go search, you can go download the PDFs, you can void transactions, whatever you want to do. All right. And it's real simple, guys. It's like clicking on it and it does what it's supposed to do. It opens, it closes. All right. Any questions at this stage? I don't think it needs questions, but if you do have a question, maybe there's something I missed.
All good on my side.
Hi, Renata. Thank you for letting me know. All right.
I did, right?
This, as I said to you, it's not something you're not used to. The only thing now is we've added the car hire vouchers and we've added the register for you to see. Now, what I can tell you is that some of my people on the support desk have received calls and they were like, oh, there's no description here on the left-hand side. I don't know what it is and I don't want to hover over it to try and remember what it is and which one's which. Okay. Did you see those little hamburger there at the top? That hamburger is your toggle menu, which will actually then just give you your descriptions. All right. And again, if you don't like the left-hand side, you can quite simply go and click on any of these transactions here at the top, which you guys know. You should be training me. Okay. Any questions, anybody? Anything you want to say, mention? Yes.
We find Piedre.
I think so. This is, guys, this was not rocket science. I was like, when Peter suggested training, I was like, okay, but I'm going to waste these people's time. I'm going to talk more shit than anything else. So I think I've had you now for 17 minutes, I see. There's not much more you can, it's pretty straightforward. I want to thank you for joining me. Thanks for giving up 15 minutes of your day. I hope you have a stunning day for the rest of the day. And then, yeah, let us know if there's anything, if you want us to change something, send us recommendations. Have a good one. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Deirdre.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.